The latest Tears of the Kingdom trailers have been giving us some very strange clues about the Koroks. A lot of people have been worried that there'll be another 900 of them to collect like in Breath of the Wild, but their role in this upcoming game turned out to be far more interesting than I thought. Firstly, let's address the Hinox in the room. Will the Korok puzzles return? Well, they're hard to make out, but so far we've seen at least two things that look really similar to Korok puzzles. One that looks like a flower trail puzzle here, and one here that looks like one of those little pots hanging by a chain. So it's pretty likely that they'll return, but there could be less of them, which would make the idea of 100%ing this game a lot less daunting. But the next things to do with the Koroks could change the game completely. I used to think that here, the Deku Tree looks kind of green because it has changed seasons. In Breath of the Wild it was blossoming, but since it's so hard to actually see here, they might have completely moved it. And funnily enough, there's also a teeny bit of evidence to support this theory. You've probably seen this in the gameplay trailer, a Korok with a backpack on. He's adorable, but who is he? Well, his body is blue, and he has a round green leaf mask, which is exactly what Peaks looks like, the Korok who you give a picture of a Bloopy to. So what on earth is he doing here? Well, he says he's looking for his friend, which could mean that since the Deku Tree has somehow vanished, the Koroks have fled, but this is all based off of just two really small pieces of information. So honestly, it could be anything. But the final interesting thing about these guys in Tears of the Kingdom is actually back in Breath of the Wild. On the Korok Cube puzzles, there are some weird symbols, and it turns out that some of these almost perfectly match up with this Zonai symbol. I was really shocked when I found out about this, because what connections could the Koroks have with the Zonai? Well, I think that in Tears of the Kingdom, the Koroks will play a different and far more interesting role than they did in Breath of the Wild. But what about the Sheikah? Their shrines and towers seem to be completely replaced now. Well, I found some potential secrets about what happened to them in this next video here.